Hey guys, it's Housewife in Heels. So I decided that since I did a recent video on my Jimmy Choo and Nooks, that I might as well show you guys the whole collection. And don't mind the glasses, my eyes have been irritated from contacts lately, so we're just gonna roll through it with my little specs on. Hopefully y'all don't mind. But onward. I don't have too large of a Jimmy Choo collection. I only have 5 pairs. And I'm thinking about downsizing a little bit. That's not something I talk about too much on the channel, but I'm the type of person where I want to get use out of my shoes, and if I don't use them, I don't see much of a point in just having them sit around and collecting dust. So I'll let you know which ones I'm thinking about hopefully finding a new, better home for. But I'll go ahead and kind of talk about each shoe one by one. So if you guys saw my review, my latest review that I have uploaded, my Jimmy Choo and Nook, then you would know these were my first ever Jimmy Choos. These have been discontinued, unfortunately. I can only assume it's because hardly anyone ever wants to wear a single sole 120 pump, but I'm happy that I got these when I did. Are these a wearable shoe by any means? No. But I do think that there's something I will hold on to until the end of time because I love a 120 pump. They're not going to be practical, and I even remember going into the store to specifically look at these. I asked about them, they gave me the warning, no one can walk in them. I was like, do you know me? And I went and tried them on, and I was able to walk around in them fine. So they were impressed. I walked out with these and I never looked back. I don't remember specifically which was my next pair of Jimmy Choos, but these were one of my earlier pairs as well. These are the Kate 120. These, I believe, were my first ever shoes that had any sort of stones on them, any sort of crystals. They're just a hot fixed onto these little suede bows, these little straps. I thought it was really pretty, and these are kind of what started me into getting shoes with more and more shine and glitter and just stuff that makes them really loud and out there, and I don't know, kind of Jersey. I don't know what else you'd call it. Not that I'm Jersey by any means, but we're gonna roll with it. And now these are a pair that I'm thinking about giving to a more loving home because I've only ever worn these once. And there really is no rhyme or reason. I just don't really gravitate towards these. They're very comfortable. I have worn them. I didn't really have any issues in them. I really like that these are easy on, easy off. I don't have to really mess with straps or have to fight with them to get them on and off. They've, I don't know. I hear so many people just fall in love and wear these nonstop, and that just hasn't really been my experience in these. I don't really have any specific complaints. But yeah, I'm thinking about potentially consigning these. Sad but true. I wish I was one of those people that really just wore them to bits, but what can you do? Now, onto something that I have worn to bits, something that I will not be getting rid of, something that I found at my outlet. You guys know I love my outlets. I live very close to a Jimmy Choo outlet, fortunately for me. And these are the Maggie 120. You guys know I love my 120s. If you're not aware of that, hi, welcome to my channel. But these I found at the outlet. I really like that they had this big platform, so that way I didn't kind of feel like I was walking around in a 120, but I still had that height. I love how it's sort of this cross between a chunky heel, but it's still a stiletto. I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but it gives me that femininity. It doesn't look so boxy, but I get a pretty decent amount of stability walking around in these. These I've worn to death in case it wasn't evident, and I will continue to wear them until they just fall apart on me. If I could find more of these, I absolutely would. These are one of my favorite shoes. I tend to just gravitate towards boots in general. Like, they're not easy on, easy off per se, but there's just something easy about boots. Boots go with anything and everything. I can wear them in all terrains. I don't have to worry about the weather. They're just great. These, if anyone is looking for a boot, if you can find these on the resale market, or if you could just find them out and about, who knows, get them. The Maggie 120, they're great. They're comfortable. This almond toe doesn't really give you any issues. And just overall, great, great shoe. Now, my final pair, I believe, was my first ever pair of boots on the channel that I got. And I'm thinking about consigning these just because I don't get too much use out of them. They were a great, great deal at the time when I got them. I believe I paid just a little over $300 for these, which is a steal for a thigh-high boot. Usually boots go for around $1,500, give or take. And at the time, I just couldn't pass these up. These are the Giselle 120. They are an over the knee boot. I really like that I had that 120 with a teeny, teeny, tiny platform because at that time I just wasn't really into platforms. I'm starting to get more into them steadily over time. But the thing that there are two things about these that irk me is that one, they do not fit snug around my leg. The shaft is a bit loose, and I like a more fitted look. Ever since I got my Saint Laurent 68 boots, like it's just been game over for anything that doesn't fit very snug, that doesn't have a really slim shaft. And I would like to think that I could find a better home for these for someone who would wear them to death. I do enjoy that these had a grip on the bottom, which makes it easier if you are wearing these in, say, like rainy weather or something. But in California, well, lately it's been raining a lot, but otherwise it doesn't rain in general. But I'm thinking about getting those consigned as well. As sad as it may be, there are just times in a woman's life where she's got to get rid of a few pairs of shoes. But this is my little Jimmy Choo collection. There's nothing crazy spectacular about it. It's just kind of what I've amassed over time. I do really enjoy Jimmy Choo as a designer, and I will never stop buying Jimmy Choo. I will definitely get more in the future. I know myself well enough. So other than that, if you guys have not checked out my Patreon, I would really appreciate if you did. I will be putting the try-ons up, so that way there's no ads or anything like that. You can just watch the try-ons if that's what you so like to do. It is only $3 a month, and yes, I do add more than just the try-ons for the record. And I wanted to say thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I will get into the try-ons. So I will see you in the next pair of shoes. Bye.